As we get into the home stretch of this super capsule on the goods and services tax, at least three questions arise. Question number one: will GST work in India? I don't have the answer for that. All that I know is that the value added tax, which is how GST is known internationally, has worked in 160 plus countries. There is no reason to believe why it will not work in India.
Many experts fear that with the onset of GST, inflation would gallop in the initial periods. If government takes adequate steps to ensure that inflation is kept to manageable levels and over the period of time there is a drop in prices, this would be the first sign of success as far as GST is concerned.
For GST to be successful, to my mind, there are two important requirements. One, the IT backbone. Entire data is to be collected in the computer system and analyzed across the country. There are inbuilt time systems time frames by which the various people have to upload the information. Therefore, the IT backbone infrastructure becomes very critical, and the success of GST depends on how robust this system is built up. The second requirement is, since all the business service providers and businessmen have to upload the information online, the computer literacy of these people becomes very, very important. We cannot expect people across the country to be computer literate to feed all this information within a time frame on the system. Rightly, the government has thought about intermediaries to help them out, and hopefully if those intermediaries perform well and the government is also quick in responding to practical difficulties encountered by people from time to time, then I would rate GST implementation as successful.
क्या भारत में GST सफल पूर्वक होगा? मुझे तो इसका जानकारी नहीं है। मुझे सिर्फ इतना जानकारी है कि GST सफलपूर्वक होना चाहिए। GST के सफल होने पर ही भारत की सफलता हो सकती है। A second question that gets asked is, does India have the infrastructure? Does India have the wherewithal to make GST work? The answer to that lies in the realization that India is home to some of the best and brightest IT talent. Our technology companies have worked for Fortune 500 companies, and if they can do a great job internationally, they will also do a great job in India. What they perhaps need is time, and what they perhaps need is the people's patience. The third and last question that needs answering is, do we have the perfect act? The answer to this is obviously no. We do not have a perfect act. We will never have a perfect act. Laws evolve over time. Legislations evolve through trial and through tribulations.
The economic dynamism of the world is shifting to the Asian countries. Asian countries are registering far higher growth in their GDP than the Western countries. So, if that is the type of growth that we are expecting, it's better to start now to implement a good tax regime that is modeled specifically keeping in mind the idiosyncrasies of our economy, the growth prospects and the demographic profile of people here, which is what is being done in our GST scheme.
Give India time. Maybe it will take us 1 year. Maybe it will take us 2 years. Maybe it might even take us 5 years before we have a GST law that is completely transformational in all its respect. Until then, I think we should wish ourselves the best of luck. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to meeting you another day, another time, at another fora.